No pay rise for King Charles. Sovereign grant used to fund official royal duties is halved. Greetings from Royal Family Lud, my channel. It was reported today that the millions of pounds King Charles receives from the taxpayer will be cut in half the next year. The sovereign grant, which is used to pay for the monarchy's official functions, will drop to 12% of the Crown Estate's net income in 2019 from 25%, according to the Treasury. The royal household's budget will be £130 million less in 2025 and 2026 compared to what it would be if the rate were to stay at 25%, according to the Treasury. The modification was made as a result of a considerable increase in the Crown Estate's profits from offshore wind contracts. The King requested in January that the proceeds from the wind farm be used for the general welfare instead. The cut resulted from a royal trustee study, which was published on Thursday and outlines the new percentage of the Crown Estate's net income used to determine how much money the government will provide the King. The trustees are Sir Michael Stevens, Keeper of the Privy Purse, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, and Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. The rate staying at 25% is likely to result in a reduction of the sovereign grant of £24 million in 2024-25 and a reduction of approximately £130 million in each of 2025 and 2026, according to the Treasury. Instead, this money will be used to finance essential public services for the benefit of the country, lower in 2025 and 2026, respectively. Instead, this money will be used to finance essential public services for the benefit of the country. The King had requested in January that the proceeds from the wind farm be used for the general welfare. According to official documents released last month, the death of Queen Elizabeth and rampant inflation obliged royal authorities to use money from their rainy day fund last year. Royal spending totaled £107.5 million, but taxpayer costs remained unchanged at £86.3 million, with £20.7 million of the amount coming from reserves used by royal officials. According to the annual Sovereign Grant Report, which details how taxpayers pay for the monarchy, the late Queen's funeral cost the palace £1.6 million. An additional £700,000 was spent on the Platinum Jubilee celebrations last year. Exit gifts of £444,000 were also given to 16 employees of Queen Elizabeth who lost their employment. Other significant findings from the review for 2022 to 2023 include exceptional year for the royal household, according to Sir Michael Stevens, Keeper of the Privy Purse. He continued, it relates to a year of grief, change, and celebration, the likes of which our country has not known in 7 decades. 2,710 engagements were held by the royal family in the UK and abroad, a 14% increase from the previous year. In East London's Bethnal Green, the Young V in a museum was reopened by the Princess of Wales yesterday. She donned a pink belted midi dress by Beulah that cost £720. The highest annual increase in spending was in payroll expenditures, which increased by £3.4 million to £27.1 million. Lower-paid employees received salary increases of roughly 5 to 6%. Utility bills increased from £3.2 million to £4.5 million, and housekeeping and hospitality expenses increased from £1.3 million to £2.4 million. Rental agreements and the yearly summer public opening contributed most to the palace's £9.8 million in revenue. The decline in visitors following COVID and the passing of the Queen has put pressure on our finances, in combination with a flat sovereign grant that has stayed at the same level for 2 years and will not increase next year, authorities said. They continued, though, saying that they were confident that we can balance our needs within the funds we have available to us. We will not be asking the Treasury for more money. In contrast, the Crown Estate will now have to give the Treasury even more money as a result of an increase in offshore wind generation. It produced £442.6 million in profit last year, an increase of £130 million over the year before. The King has made it clear that he wants to use this money to support the state finances. Due to the changeover between Prince Charles and Prince William, the Duchy of Cornwall, which pays the Prince of Wales' official duties and personal pursuits, is for the first time not publishing its financial statements. The estate had a surplus of £24 million, which would be divided between William, who received £12.773 million, and Charles, who received £11.275 million for his services as the Prince of Wales last year. The working capital has been returned in the amount of £687,300 by William, the new Duke of Cornwall. He is filing his income tax, just like his father.